Hey guys, Riley Owen here. So, Patch Adams. I've never heard much about this film. I don't know what people think of it. I literally just got done watching it. But my grandpa loves this film and I wanted to give it a shot. It seemed like a really cool idea. And well, here are my thoughts on it. But first, we need to hear the story. So, the story goes, Hunter Adams, played by Robin Williams, is a depressed guy. He checks himself into a mental hospital and things are going pretty bad. That doesn't stop him from taking interest in the other patients, though. And that night at the hospital, he has a really bad experience, but it's an experience he learned from, because he learns that he has a real love for helping people. And apparently he's really good at it, and he has a sort of likable charm, I guess. He taps into another love of his, which is the love of laughter, and as he's a medical student, he tries to combine those two passions, breaking the traditional rules in favor of a more personal approach to healing patients. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room, Robin Williams. He's playing a depressed character, something he's done before and he does very well. I think Robin Williams is terrific in a lot of stuff. He's not great in everything, but he is really good in this film. He's not perfect. He's not. But he's got something going for him. He is a good leading man. We can watch him and be entertained, but also be invested. Great. Robin Williams. The great Robin Williams. Oh, I dropped my hat. The cinematography was amazing. I loved the cinematography in this movie. And the best thing about this film, in my opinion, was the mics. I don't know what type of sound mixing they did, but whoever their sound mixer was did a very good job, because I loved the sound. You could hear the mouth movements, but the background, you can hear the clothing and everything, but the background isn't it doesn't fade. I hate it when you can hear, good mouth and emotion in the mouth, I guess, but it sort of fades in and out of the background. I hate that. This film did not do that, thankfully. I'm very thankful. So the mics were the best part. The score was also good. Not great. Good enough. It worked. It was all it needed to be. The humor was great. The emotion was good. And you can feel the good intentions from the director, Tom Shadyac, who made he made some really good movies and some really bad ones. And this is a fine film. Look, they did not explore the potential to its fullest. And the emotion is very, very one-note, especially the characters. You can chalk that up to being a 90s film, whatever. That would be fine if the film wasn't painted as an inspirational, inspiring journey to find oneself and take something away from the film yourself. That's what this film is. And they didn't handle the story or the source material with enough respect. Which leads me to the biggest issue of the film, the script. Look, there were some great lines in the script. I loved, absolutely adored some of the moments in the script. But the majority of the script was awful. The moral message was completely lost. You can give this to Steve Oedekerk. I'm not too familiar with his screenplays, but he did Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Yikes. Steve Oedekerk clearly knows how to make a good movie. I think he's just being lazy. Now, all of this would be perfectly fine. I wouldn't have that big of an issue with it. A lot of kids' films are this way. This wouldn't normally be an issue, but this is why this is a big issue with this film. First off, I wouldn't call it a biopic, but it's inspired by the true life story of an incredible man whose work really is, I don't think it's underappreciated, but it's not known enough. But that's not the big issue. The big one, the big reason is that the film is painted as an inspirational story, like I said. And that is not what we're getting, man. It is not what we're getting with this film. It's so shallow and one note. The script is the issue. Now, it may sound like I hated the film, but I didn't. Like I said, I had a good time with the film. It's just there are parts of this movie that are so, in my book, shameful. So, what do I give Patch Adams out of 10? A 4. A 4 out of 10. It's good enough, okay? It's good enough, but that's not what you want with this kind of movie, man. But credit where credit's due. It was an entertaining movie. Patch Adams gets in the middle of a D+, in the middle of a C-. Okay, now we gotta talk about the eating scenes. I wanted to do this in the last NACHO reviews because The War of the Roses had a lot of great eating scenes in it, and eating scenes are some of the best parts of cinema. So we're gonna break down the best eating scene in this film. There's only one.
Thanks very much. I want to help. I want to connect with people.
I've always been fascinated by the development of the human mind.
Pumping neurons.
That's so good. This is what I'm talking about. You get the mics. You get it. You get everything with the mics. It's so great. I loved it. I loved it. Alright, so it's Riley O, and thanks for watching the video. Peace out. I said peace out. I said